A man in a rocking chair once told me that if you're looking for the old, for the used-to-bes, for things that are real and sturdy with the years, then get away from the interstates and find the railroad tracks. Yep, that's where time has a way of hanging on at the back porch of yesterday. Along those tracks of time in Mineola, Texas, is a scrapbook of old bricks, creaking boards, and honeymoons and holidays. The last stop before going off to war or coming home for Christmas. The old Beckham Hotel, you see, has stories to tell.
A man brought a map about 10 years ago by, and it was a survey map, and it showed that they were collecting taxes on this place in 1880. I've been living here 12 years and it's still a pleasure after all this time.
Yep, it was love at first sight for John Defoore. A wrong turn on a county road took him down the tracks where he saw his future in a broken building, where the heyday of these old hotels was hidden under dust and debris.
I remodeled and repainted, put in new carpet, put in new plumbing and wiring on most of the building, put the new roof on. To me, it's a dream to live in an antique hotel, 20,000 square feet. A lot of the rooms didn't have ceilings in them. This is one of them where we put in the ceiling and left the wall raw so you could see the difference between the old brick on the old building and the new brick from 1920s. So it sounds kind of funny calling new brick 1920s, but that's what it was. I remodeled the rooms to rent and rented them for about 2.5 years. But most of the people that came here were really looking for a Holiday Inn. And so it's not as convenient. The toilets are older. You have to shake the handles a little bit, you know? And the train is an ever-present sound.
John found out the hard way that the Beckham had seen its better days, and it seems nobody's rented a room here for several years.
People reported hearing sounds at night.
And there are strange sounds echoing up and down these halls, traced back to places like room 207.
First, they start off just going to play a few songs.
He's calling you from a life of wasted years.
So you can see their ideas grow as they realize their abilities grow.
Just when John thought he'd have to shut the doors to his dream forever, the sound of music saved the Beckham. Now, all day long, down every hall, the young and the old come to follow a lifelong passion
1, 2, 3, 4
of learning.
Yes, I've played music all my life. I lived in London 9 years, taught over there, and came back to States, played in bands over here. Between playing on the road or teaching, that's all I've ever done. Second scale, my teachers are playing bands and people hear about them teaching here and they come by word of mouth, really. Well, I'm happy with what you're doing because you're getting these songs memorized, and I think you're going to find the more and more you do it, the easier it gets.
Nowadays, while the rooms are booked with music classes upstairs, John's studio is the front lobby, and it seems he's got quite an ear for talent. Many years ago, Kacey Musgraves' mama brought her down here for a music lesson, and after working with John, it looks like she'll join the long list of entertainers that can trace their roots to the Beckham Hotel.
Just how far
she's a showman. She was opening for Riders in the Sky, and I had to back her. We went out there, and she just owned the audience. They loved her. Good. That's pretty polished. Okay. Now show me a little swing stuff. You work on those chords at all? Her album won, I think, Teenage Western Album of the Year. And she played on Good Morning America. She played with the Chicago Philharmonic Orchestra. She's got the talent. All I do is just kind of point it out to her. I know this will be corny, but the reality is it's almost like farming. You know, you go out in the field the next day to see what grew. And I don't want to miss what grew. So that's essentially why I keep teaching. I think most teachers do that, is because you want to see what they develop into.
By the railroad tracks in East Texas, we found an old building that found new life in the lyrics and the melody of time. It seems that here in Mineola, music made a reservation, then decided to stay. And as long as there's music, the doors to the old Beckham Hotel will always be open.
I tell most of my students, if they get famous, send me $1 every now and then. I figure if enough of them do that, it'd be a good retirement.
Thanks for hopping in and traveling with us. Now click the subscribe button for more videos like the one you just saw.